Hey YouTube, it's Melissa coming at y'all tonight with a recreation of K-Raw's 80s last video, which is called A Jazz Night Smokey Eye. Um, it was requested by two lovely kids, so shout out to you. Thank you for at least for suggesting I do this because it was fun. I don't think it came out exactly like Dion's, but it was, my I'm still new at this whole makeup thing, so it was good practice and it was fun. So, if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. Um, Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think, and enjoy. Okay, so I've already primed my lid with my eyeshadow base. I'm sorry, my primer and my base. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to using my Coastal Scents matte palette. I'm going to use black, and it doesn't have to be that, just whatever black shadow you have will be fine. And I'm actually going to use it with a sponge applicator. So, and just put it along the lid. As she calls it, the mobile lid, not passing the crease. Not going above the crease. Just like that. But I'm not going deep into the corner, into the inner corner of my eye. So that's pretty good. And that's it for the first. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I have a hip duo with this blue and brown. I'm going to use the blue. And this duo is actually called Roaring. So anyway, I'm going to take that blue, put some on the tip of my e.l.f. blending brush, and blend that on top of the black. And also bring that down into the inner corner. Trying not to get it all in my nose, on the bridge of my nose. And you want to blend that pretty well. So spend some time, take some time out to blend that. Blend out those harsh lines up at the top. And continue blending until you feel like you've done enough. Okay, now the next thing that I did, and this is why you should always listen, because I was watching the video, and I guess the color that her camera was giving off was like a brown color, but it was actually like she described it as a mauvey purple type color. So what I did was I put a brown, and I'll show you which one, from my Coastal Scents palette. I started off with this brown, and I felt like it was too dark, so then I put this lighter one on it, which kind of brought it up. So I want my eyes to look the same, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this eye. Okay, and I just put it like on top of that, and it makes it really dark. Ooh, going way too far up there. And this is, I'm just using a smudge brush here. Kind of blended that in. Saw that was too dark, so I wanted to correct my mistake. I went into that lighter brown that I showed you, put that right on top of there. And then later, when I watched more of the video and actually listened to what she was saying, while listening, it's important to do two things at the same time: watch and listen. Realized that it was the purple that she was using, and which brown doesn't look bad, but I'm trying to recreate the look that she did. So you might want to use the colors that she did, or similar. So I went into this satiny color here, which is a purple, which that might not look too purple on my camera, but it is. And I just went right over it, and it actually didn't look too bad. So taking that purple with the same brush and just going back over that, then blending that into that blue there. Okay, and now I'm going to do my highlight. And for my highlight, I almost always use a color out of my shimmer palette from Coastal Scents, but today, since I'm going with the matte look, I am going to use the third one up, which is pretty much the same that I usually use out of the shimmer palette, but this one's matte, so I use that one and put it into, we'll use it as my highlight. Okay, right up here under my eyebrow, for a little eyebrow. When I was little, you probably heard this story in another one of my videos. If not, you're going to hit. Here it is. When I was little, I had stitches here, so my hair doesn't grow in a certain spot, so I kind of have to shape my eyebrows according to that, and just kind of draw them to fill them in with colors, which most people do anyway, fill them in. Okay, make sure I get good here, and just blend it down a little. And it looks like there's a little fallout, so I'm just going to go back with my e.l.f. brush, my blending brush that still has the blue on it, and blend that and just wipe it away like that. So, okay, that's it for that. Okay, next I'm going to take my, as soon as I can find it, oh, here it is, my cream liner by Hip in black, with my very fine liner brush from e.l.f. and line my eye. Which the only part that you're really going to be able to notice is probably going to be the wing, because there's that black liner, the black shadow there anyway. Alrighty. Woo! Things flying over here. Okay, so that's the eyeliner. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyebrow with my Essence of Beauty brush and the precision side, the dual side one. One is precision, one is fine. And I'm using the flat square precision side because it's really stiff. And I like my brow brush to be stiff. Okay, I'm just going to fill in my brow here. Taking little short strokes with the shadow. Just filling in, not giving too much of an extra shape. And I like the one that I got from e.l.f. because it's the one in the little free gift thing that they gave me. Because it's not too dark. And if I wanted a little darker, all I have to do is kind of put a dab of water on my hand, drop my brush in it. Not too wet, but you know, just enough to moisten the brush. So that my eyebrows done. Okay, now for the bottom lid, which I always forget about. Alright, I'm going to start with the inner corner using the same black. Alright. And then I'm going to go with, I'm actually just going to use the purple that I was supposed to use in the first place. And kind of go below the waterline. Alright, leaving some space right above it. I'm going to add the blue. Right. And I have a concealer brush that I got from e.l.f. that's in the Studio line. I'm going to use that. It's a concealer brush, but I use it for eyeshadows. And I'm going to go back into my Hip. The same blue from Hip. And fill it at the top. Kind of smudge that in the corner to try to get it to meet up here. Alrighty. And that's the bottom lid.